Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. A very good morning and welcome to today's session. Let's all collectively offer pranams to Shri Adi Shakti and seek her permission for meditating collectively. We then raise our Kundalini and take bandhans. Let's take Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीमहालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्त्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Let's put our attention on Mooladhara.
वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश 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 साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता
Let's raise our attention to void area. Left hand on right side of the void. Shri Ganesha, please let your wisdom reflect in my attention. Bandhans to void. Bandhans to Anahat. Shri Mataji, please put your lotus feet into my heart. Bandhans to Vishuddhi. Bandhans to Agya. Attention on Sahasrara. We can raise the attention a few inches above Sahasrara. While beginning it there, let's be in meditative state. Let's absorb Shri Mataji's Amritvani.
Words come to verse. They may beat with sticks or with stones. They're like that. They don't want to talk. They don't want to understand what the another person has to say, or the ones who are seekers, how they should be treated. this anger might have been all right before. At the advent of Sahaja Yoga, you know, it is not necessary. It is not at all necessary. Now, also the mental punishment to a disciple should not be given. Like people start saying all kinds of things to their disciple. Like saying, say there's a leader, and the leader finds something wrong with the disciple, then he goes on saying, now you are like this, your father was like this, your grandfather was like this, your great-grandfather was like this, and you are also like this. Or some sort of thing that will hurt him. You are not while you walk. You are hurt. You cannot go ahead. So not to hurt people is very you are not the one who is really being kind. In Sahaja Yoga, it's a different thing altogether. Because you all have achieved Sahaja Yoga without doing any kind of penance, anything. Nothing. As you are, you got realization. If you are, whatever dress you are wearing, whatever conditions you are given realization. It's a fact. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to exert yourself, don't have to do anything. Just you get it sitting down wherever you are. After that, this kind of a happening should prove to you that you have a power of love, of compassion. Out of your love you have given realization. We never realize that. Supposing we are anxious to give realization to people, we want to go to the villages, work there and give them realization. Why? Why do we do it? It is not for any fame, not for any reward or anything, but just out of the love that is in your heart, that you feel, why am I enjoying everything, why others are not enjoying? And so you go out of the way to help people, to get their realization. Now you have become a greater human being and you feel concerned. Others are getting ruined, they are going on a wrong path, they are doing wrong things. And that makes you feel very, very upset and you want to help them. And this understanding once you have, then you will know how to deal with a person with whom you have to behave like a guru. Mostly it is not necessary to say anything harsh to that person. At the most you can tell the mistakes that they are committing. But that too in such a soft manner that a person doesn't get any shock out of that. All these things of attachments also. Now somebody has too much attachment, say for the family, for the wife, for the husband, children or something. And once they come to Sahaja Yoga, still they have same amount of attachment. All right, doesn't matter. But how far they will go with that attachment, how long it will continue is the point. You should be detached. If I say, you cannot be. It's a state. It's a state of mind when you are detached. But when it comes to doing something for them, you will go all out to help them. But you are not an attached person. Now, what is the description of an attached person? Attached person is always worried about the other person. Goes on thinking about the other person. Cannot think of Sahaja Yoga. Only think of the people with whom he is attached. Then he is very sensitive. You can't say anything to his brother, sister, or anyone, otherwise he jumps. Attachment is also with the name that he has. Supposing he has achieved a certain name, supposing, or some big position, then what does he do? You can't challenge him anyway. You cannot, by any words, you can challenge him. Because he is so identified with that. He thinks he's a big person who has achieved such a lot of positions in life. Is so much attached that he wants the Guru to pay respect to that attachment. Now, which is the way you can solve that problem? Supposing somebody is very much attached to his wife, say for example, then you should not discuss and argue with that person, not at all. Because he's still coming up slowly up to this stage. Such a person is not absolutely a perfect Sahaja Yogi. So what do you have to do? If he is attached to his wife, let it be. But the divine will work it out. And he will realize that what he has been thinking, doing, and taking decisions is all wrong. And once he discovered it himself, then he will get detached. But if you go on telling him anything and try to argue it out, it will never work out. So you must understand that as human beings, whatever we were, also as Sahaja Yogis, we have problems. And these should be slowly should be dissolved. Not by argument, not by saying things, but by love and compassion. If you have love for a person, you'll be amazed. 99% people value love. This is the third quality of human beings, I should say. First is his inheritance, second is he thinks, and thirdly that he values love. Anybody who loves, the another person values that love. Because he thinks that this particular person is loving me, not my wealth, not my beauty, not my this thing, but he's loving me. And this idea of love, this is something that will get him completely detached from that person easily. How? It looks very funny that if you like somebody, if you love somebody, and then you should get detached. It's only possible in Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, your state of mind is such that you are absolutely detached and absolutely attached. For example, now, say I have my daughter. So I'm detached. I never telephone to her. I'm never bothered about her. Because in Sahaja Yoga, you know how is that person. If the vibrations are right, why should you telephone? Why should you talk to her? Why should you ask for anything? No need. Only on vibrations you will know how the person is. And so it will seem that you are absolutely detached. But when you will find the vibrations are showing or are indicating something serious about that person, what you will do, you will put full attention to that. Full attention. You put attention, but not attachment. So the attachment doesn't solve the problem. What solves the problem is attention. But when you are not detached, then your attention is attached attention. It's an attention that is not available to everyone, an attention that gets stuck, absolutely stuck into that person with whom you are identified. Try to understand. So to be identified with someone is not actually what we can say paying attention to that person. And then your attention will work. If you are of that level, whenever you put attention to that particular person who needs your attention, it will work. But if you are all the time wasting your attention on a person because you are attached to that person, your attention will be tired. It won't work out. It's a big, I should say, a paradox. That if you are attached to someone, then your attention doesn't work. And if you are not attached to that person, you do everything else. Now you have to give lecture all the time, give lecture. Then I have to do some cooking, I'll do cooking, this, that, and that. Well, all the time if you are thinking about that person, all the time you want to have connection with that person, it's not necessary. That person is all right. What is there to be so much worried about that person? After all, you have to do Sahaja Yoga, you have to do so many things, you have to raise Kundalini, you have so many. Now you are getting attached to one person somewhere. It's not a very good thing. By that kind of attachment, your attention also becomes useless, absolutely useless. So let the attention be free. Attention should not be bound by your attachments. Attention should be absolutely free. So it works automatically. Automatically. And you will be amazed, even if you do not pay attention, the attention will work it. It is such a great thing to have this spiritual attention, which is nothing but love. It will just act. You will be amazed how it acts. It's another world I'm talking about, not this mundane world, but something higher, where your attention works, and works so beautifully that you are amazed how it has worked. But you should not bound it by your attachments. If it is bound, you can have a very limited sphere. Only the people who are attached to you are attached to those persons. That's why identification is not the way a guru should work it out. Now, there are 10 disciples and one guru. And the guru likes only one. He thinks this is the best and he should be encouraged and should be given all the possible help. But that's not going to help. What on the contrary should say is already good fellow. He has risen very high, he's gone very deep. So pay attention to those who are not so good. And talk to them about it that you have to come up. a very sweet manner. You have to talk to these other people who are not yet there or who are still struggling. You have to understand them. You have to notice what are they doing? Why is it they are not improving or rising in their attention? What is the problem? Why the divine is not flowing through them? And you will find the reason for this is that people do not have good attention is because it is focused on someone all the time. They feel this is their responsibility, that it should be focused. It's just to give an explanation, it's just an explanation to say that, see, naturally I have to be worried about this, I'm worried about that. It's just an explanation. But if you really don't fix your attention to one person or 10 persons only, then your attention looks after the whole world. It receives all the information and also it gives all the information what is to be done to correct the situation. So one has to rise into that state where you do not get angry, annoyed, upset. No, not at all. What happens to you? That you see a situation and in that you are not involved. See the situation and you are away from it. Then you can solve that problem better. But if you are part and parcel of that problem, then you cannot solve. It's like this, I was telling, that those who are fighting, say, cannot solve the problem. But a person who is not fighting can solve the problem. So it's a very simple thing to understand that if you are identified, if you are involved with one person or with one kind of a thing, then you are lost. So our attention has to be always free and can be applied widely, wherever needed. That is the state one has to reach. If you reach that state of mind, it's not I'm saying you can do anything about it, it's just a state of mind. Now, how do we do that? Only through introspection. Through introspection, you will understand that you need help to solve your problems. Firstly, the problem is how to face yourself, because you are a little bit shy or maybe nervous about it. As the time comes, you'll be amazed that this nervousness has no meaning at all. When you try to be deliberate about it, then it won't work out. But if you are sahaj, it will work out. So we come to the second point, apart from the attention, that we should leave everything into the hands of Param Chaitanya. Let the Param Chaitanya solve the problem. This is the problem. Let Param Chaitanya solve the problem. We are not bothered. So a detachment comes. You give the whole thing to Param Chaitanya to solve. So you are not yet, you are away from it. Very, very simple things are there. that if you understand that we suffer because everybody feels responsible for us. Everybody thinks they are responsible, they have to do this responsibility for us. Somebody says, this responsibility he has to do. All these things are worrying them. And that is the reason today we have a very complex society. They are suffering from all kinds of diseases in which only thinking is responsible. By this thinking all the time, thinking about one person, thinking about one problem, you reach nowhere. At that moment, what you have to do is to leave it to the Param Chaitanya. If it goes to the Param Chaitanya, it will manage. It will solve the problem. Now I will tell you one thing, an experience. This time I was in America, I wanted to have a puja there. So I said, all right, let them come for the puja. It's nice if they want to come. Then they told me that, Mother, we want to bring presents for you for puja. So how can we bring the present? I said, it's very simple. Don't bring. But they wouldn't listen to that. They said, we'll have to bring, and the customs will trouble us and do this and do that. So there was only one building ahead. There was another building where they were having a liquidation sale. I said, this is something nice, one can have a look at it. So I went in and I found things so cheap, unbelievable, very, very expensive things for throwaway price. I was amazed how it is there. So I told them I can purchase all these things, I'll pay you. But you bring all these things to Kana Johari. They agreed, all right. We bring this to Kana Johari. And they brought all the things all packed nicely and gave it to Sajogis. We had no problem of customs or anything. I paid them there. How, you see, things can be improved? By understanding what is the most important thing is to love. But love is truth, and truth is love. If you have love for somebody, genuine love, then anything you want to do with that person will be absolutely obvious because it will be truthful. Anything you say to such a person will be absolutely obvious, clear-cut, because it is absolutely truthful. So when you are dealing with somebody also, you should be extremely truthful. Of course, you need not say things that will hurt him, but you must use such ways and methods that will not in any way hurt the other person, which will have an effect on that person. So this kind of a gurus we need now very much in Sahaja Yoga, because Sahaja Yoga has spread a lot. So first of all, our temper has to be brought into proper shape. A guru has no business, I mean the Sahaja Yogi guru, has no business to lose temper at all, on any point whatsoever. If they can really do that much, it will save our so much of worry, so much of problems, so much of mess we create. All this can be solved very easily. But first we must have pure love in our heart. Not love out of some gain or out of some sort of reward, but pure love if we have, then we can work it out. very easily anything that you want to do. This is a very lengthy thing which can go on forever. Because after all, the gurus have to know what are their duties and why they are gurus. It's very important position that they are gurus. And they should use that position for exhibiting tremendous understanding of their disciple and also their purpose should be clear-cut. People should not doubt him, should not think why he is doing such and such things. It should not be a mystery. It should be absolutely clear-cut. All these things I am telling you today because today we have completed 10 years of stay in Kabela. Kabela has been extremely kind to me. There are lots of people to serve. I tell you, very lots of people. It is a very far-fetched place. Everybody discarded it and said, where are you going to live and all that. But here only it has worked. And that should be accepted as a very good indication that Sahaja Yoga does miraculous things. Miraculous. But the foremost thing is you must know vibrations. If you don't know about vibrations, then you can't do it. For example, when I first came to Kabela, everybody told me, Mother, very lonely place, there are mafias around, there are only 6-7 houses there, where are you going, what is this? They all warned me. So I came here, and immediately I told the mayor, I'm going to buy it, and tomorrow I'll pay you the money. He was surprised. How can I do that? I said, don't worry. Perfectly all right. On vibrations it was. On vibrations I decided that this is a wonderful place. Vibrations helped me so much that time. Though everybody discouraged me and everybody gave me a very big picture, horrible one, but still, where is the mafia now? It's gone, finished. Now, to know about the thing, you have to meditate and improve your vision. It should be clear. It should not be something, a vision, which is reflecting your particular ideas about particular things. But it should be vision, it should be clear-cut. With Sahaja Yoga, one has to know the protection of the goddess is on top of your head. Nothing can go wrong with you. Nothing will happen to you. It will all work out. I'm sure you will self-experience. See, talking about Sahaja Yoga like this, you just get meditative. You just get meditative. And you feel that one day all of you should become like that. Just meditative. And this meditative temperament, or whatever is the state, emits vibration. It emits and creates path for you, for your work, for your life, for everything. You don't have to struggle with anyone, you don't have to fight with anyone, you don't have to argue with anyone. Just try to meditate and achieve a state which I am describing to you, where you get completely surrounded by love and affection. May God bless you all.
Let's be in meditative state. Shri Mataji, verily, you are the pure loving attention within me. Mother, please bless us with pure, free, and detached attention.
श्रीरूपं सदा रोगमुक्तं रुचितरं धरुतुल्यम् मानाश्चेन लगनं गुरुराकृपद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं श्रीमाताजी 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 शताजी कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवसार्वमेताधिजतम् मरेण लगनं गुरुराकृपद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं श्रीमाताजी 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 शतङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शस्त्रविद्या कविद्वादिगद्यं सुपाठ्यं करोति मनाश्चेन लगनं गुरुराकृपद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं श्रीमाताजी 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 देशेषु मन्या स्वदेशेषु धन्या सदाचारवृत्तेषु मातो न चन्या मनाश्चेन लग्नं गुरुराग्रिपद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किम् श्रीमाताजी 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 क्षमा मण्डले भूपभूपालवृन्दै दासे विताम्यासपधारविन्दम् गुरु पद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किम् श्रीमाताजी 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 न बीगे न योगे न वावाजि मेधे न कण्ठा सुखनैव वीतेषु चितम् मनाश्चेन लग्नं गुरुराग्रिपद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किम् श्रीमाताजी 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 गुरु अष्टकं या पतेत् पुण्यदेहि यतिर्भूपतिर्ब्रह्मचारी च गेहि लवेद्वञ्चितर्तं पदं ब्रह्मसंज्ञम् गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मानो यस्य लग्नम् मनाश्चेन लग्नं गुरुराग्रिपद्मे तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किम् तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किम् तथा किं तथा किं तथा किं तथा किम् श्रीमाताजी 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 श्रीमाताजी
Let's all collectively offer pranams to Shri Adishakti. And we thank Her Holiness for allowing us to meditate collectively. We raise our Kundalini and take bandhans. Jai Shri Mataji. Have a blessed and Nirmal day, everyone.